Hi Libras, welcome to your Modern Maven Tarot weekly tarot for the week of November 13th through November 19th. Now, last week you got the message of turning disappointments into stepping stones. And so this week is really a culmination of that, right? And honestly, it feels like, you know, you were blocked in a sense from the Six of Wands, which is like recognition, fame, glory, acceptance, and winning. You know what I mean? Getting the recognition you deserve. And I really feel like that's turning upright. Like this Scorpio new moon is transformative, obviously, because it's in Scorpio, death, rebirth, transformation. And your monthly extended, which will be linked at the end of this, is the emphasis of it's worth the weight, the heavy load, okay? Not the patience. Well, also the patience, like, you know, but really about there's been a heaviness. And I do believe because that Libra new moon, we were up so high and we really felt so deeply connected to this Aquarian age coming in. And then it's like, like you're like a balloon in the sky and somebody just pulled on the string and tugged you back down to earth, right? That's what it feels like. But this is where it all shifts, okay? Again, death, birth, transformation. You're leaving something energetically behind, stepping into something. And like I said, it's building you back up, but it takes that resilience. It takes that determination. And so luckily we have Saturn that just turned direct on the 4th. And so we do have energetically the encouragement from the universe to step up, okay? Step up and rise to the challenge. You got this, Libras, all right? So really a lot of determined energy is what's needed at this time. So a reminder when it comes to taking big risks with that impulsive energy for this new change, like it's really important that we are mindful of how we assert ourselves, okay? That we assert ourselves with integrity and courage. You can stand up for what you believe in without your shadow thinking it needs to protect you. All right, like that's the biggest message a lot of people are getting, because we are like, when it comes to challenges, when we do not align our shadow, when we don't embrace our shadow and accept it for like what it is, right, and heal that in ourselves, that assertiveness, our shadow shows itself, because our shadow is what we project onto other people and vice versa, okay? So that's not the side we want to show. We need that healed energy, right? We need that we need to liberate ourselves from our shadow, and not in a sense where we reject it, we incorporate it, right? It's all about balance, and who's got balance? It's you, all right? But this is definitely something getting activated with Sagittarius season starting next week. So yeah, biggest part is that hurt, that guilt, that shame, that fear, that all comes from our shadow. And when we project that, or when we're about to, because again, with that big risk, like that's saying something that just off the cuff, or acting impulsively, signing something before we read it, you know what I mean? Like that's not the energy we need. We really need to stay mindful, okay? Because Sagittarius season is gonna get busy, all right? So we gotta get all our ducks in a row, Libras, okay? All right. And speaking of shadow side, oh my God, like another part of this too is you are people pleasers, right? I'm a Pisces, I get it. And so I think a part of that shadow too is like the feeling like you need to please others is part of what you're really starting to meditate on, if you will. So just keep that in mind, all right, Libras? But that really popped out because Pam Gregory, favorite astrologer, she has a new moon in Scorpio video I highly recommend, but she really talks about Libras. So please do check that out, because she really brings up Libras being people pleasers, okay? And so I really want you to listen to her video, because she's fantastic, and she's going to offer some clarity on this week, okay? All right, let's do one more shuffle. But yeah, whatever is coming to an end, and it comes to communication, it comes to your thought patterns, you're unlocking so much. And it's all those comforts that you want, that we all want, right? Ooh, how fascinating too. Look at that. My gosh, if there was ever a sign from the universe, that is crazy. And it's unlocking from some sense of deceit or betrayal. Very fascinating. Okay. Let's get back to this. And one more. But yeah, you're getting that liberation you've been wanting, all right? Thought I saw another upright card. Apparently not. Okay. This is that liberation you've been wanting, all right, Libras? Okay, so let us get to Libra for November 13th through November 19th, 2023. And because, just a quick thing too, because Sagittarius season is going to be so fast moving, we want to be mindful too of the Gemini full moon that's going to be at the end of the month, and it's accepting differences of opinions. How do we navigate that? How can we accept differences of opinions and move forward collectively and really overcome the shadow side of the Capricorn paradigm? That is that patriarchal top-down authoritative energy. Rules for thee and none for me. How do we rise above that without giving that same energy, okay? All right, let's see what we got. You're unlocking so much, Libras. I love seeing it. Wow. Dang. Okay, so it's interesting too because Virgo's also got the King of Wands for next week in the exact same position. And they also got these two cards, but in different areas. So that's fascinating. Okay, so let's dive into it. Last week's energy coming into this week is the Six of Cups. Now, this is Sun in Scorpio. So Scorpio season is really transforming something when it comes to something related to your inner child. And we're going to clarify this, and that will be where we'll get most of the answers from. But there's a sense of some connection to childhood and childhood nostalgia. So we might be thinking, reflecting back on our childhood, okay? And a reminder too, though, like that your shadow plays tricks on you. And sometimes we over idealize things from our childhood to make us feel better, right? And so that's where I think that there's a lot of emotional healing that's coming from last week into this week, because this week you have the Page of Cups, and this is that emotional fresh start, emotional renewal. Something emotionally is really healing for you, okay? This is also children. So if there are children in your life, you're getting a lot of healing energy from surrounding yourself with children. And again, when it comes to your inner child, there's some sort of emotional fresh start when it comes to your inner child. So I love to see it. And what's most amazing about this, Libras, is that it's activating the King of Wands next week. This is the utmost positivity of Saturn direct in Pisces that we got on the 4th. This is that determination I was talking about. This is what I want to see going into Sagittarius season. Sagittarius, fire, your luck, right? Turning your passions into profit. You know what I mean? Like passions into profit. I love that. I think I'm going to title your, you know what? I'm just going to write it down right now. I'm a Gemini moon and rising. There's no way I'm going to remember that. So just hold on one second. Turning passion into profit. Because you got turning disappointments into stepping stones last week. And so I love turning passion into profits. All right. Anyways, nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? This is going at it. And this is also like the figure of, a boss. So if this is you in a leadership role, you are stepping up, Libras. And I just love to see this for you because like I said, you were so up in the clouds, you know what I mean? In your air. And then with that Libra new moon. And then, like I said, it's like somebody just took your balloon and yanked it out. And so this is the wonderful transformation I love to see for you. Okay. So let us clarify the Six of Cups. And we'll see what we're going on here. All right. Why is the Six of Cups here last week for Libras? Why is the Six of Cups here last week for Libras? Why is the Six of Cups here last week for Libras? Why is the Six of Cups here? But going back to, like, look at the focus on childhood and children. That's very... Honestly, too, and like this even looks like the same child. You know what I mean? So I'm really getting an emphasis that this is you and this is you, right? Interesting. Okay. Why is the Six of Cups here last week for Libras? All right. Why is the Six of Cups here last week for Libras? Wow. Yeah. Dang. Okay. Something big coming to an end, okay? And this is accepting the change that's needed, okay? Disregarding old beliefs and routines and attitudes, and really just, like I said, like great to see because of this new moon in Scorpio right away at the beginning of the week. And so a lot of this energy from last week is really this week's energy, but this is just releasing what no longer serves you, accepting change and transforming. And dang, are you transforming? And you also got the Page of Wands. So like I said, so much of this is connected to whatever this death card represents is healing your inner child. Okay. But remember, like we still have to do the work. Okay. It's not just like, oh yay, like this is it. Now my life's changed. Like you still have to utilize the Saturn and Pisces and rise up to the challenge. Okay. But you have all this wonderful encouragement for it. Fascinating. This is too collectively because again, Scorpio, this is ruled by Scorpio. And so Scorpio season is the death and rebirth, right? And so by Sagittarius season, hopefully we'll start to get a more emphasis on that healing that's coming in, right? And so I love too that this page is pointing his wand up here. It's like, by me unlocking this, I'm bringing in this healing. I am so excited. And it's also idea too of like the page coming into the King energy. Okay, let's clarify the Page of Cups this week. Why is the Page of Cups here this week? The Page of Cups here this week. Whoa. Sorry. All right. You got the Four of Wands as a clarifier. Now, the Four of Wands is ruled by Venus and Aries. And so Aries is in the North Node. The North Node is in Aries right now. And so we really are getting that like really passionate, go forward energy. And it's a reminder, like you can see if you focus on where you're going, not where you've been, if you focus on the Aquarian age, not the Capricorn shadows paradigm, it's going to start trickling into your life, okay? Yeah. It's also fascinating too here because like when you look at these two cards together, they're almost connected, aren't they? So it's like all of this, you stepping up and just rising up to the challenge is trickling it all into your life. I love this. Okay. Also with the Four of Wands, it's success, celebration. It's a shift in health and like celebrating your accomplishment, celebrating your success, like celebrating this new, whatever this new page energy is, celebrating it. So definitely celebrate this week. Okay. Don't get lost in the negative parts of it and really stay focused on where you're going and the beauty of that. All right. I love too the cloud and bird energy because like I said, this is you going back up at like where you were with that Libra new moon before that balloon got yanked out of the sky. Okay, I love seeing this. Okay. Now let's clarify the King of Wands next week. Also, Libras, if you do like this reading, please don't forget to like, comment, and share with other people you think it might resonate with. And as always, check out your sun, moon, and rising for a more in-depth look at the week ahead. Too many cards, but also fascinating seeing all of this. You know what? I do think I'm actually supposed to have these cards. All right, so the Devil is your shadow side, right? And look how he's looking over here. I feel like your shadow is really trying to keep you in the comforts of what you know. And so remind yourself when this resistance pops up to stepping into this King of Wands passionate energy, you really got to go within because your shadow blocks you from financial prosperity, abundance of good health. Like your shadow is blocking it because it thinks there's comfort, even if it's not good for you, even if these patterns, you know, aren't good for you mentally, physically. Your shadow just wants to keep you in the comfort of what you know, okay? But seeing the Magician, this is all of the success you want can be yours, but it takes talent and effort, All right. And so reminder that Saturn direct, and it's going to be direct in Pisces for a while. We have everything we need from the universe. The universe is encouraging us all to just rise up to the challenge, okay? And you know that a fresh start is coming. That's why you have all of this wonderful energy. So do not allow your shadow to get the best of you, because you got the 9 of coins. This is everything, right? This is where you've been working towards. Okay? And so when you can do that and clear that and embrace your shadow and say, we're safe, okay? And know that that is a part of you, okay? Don't reject it. It is a part of you, regardless of what you want to see. Something difficult ending, right? Just surrender, because once you take the reins and you utilize that magician energy with that King of Wands, you're unstoppable, all right? So let us close out with an empowering question for this week. Well, that was easy. All right. All right, let's see what empowering question you have. All right, Libras. I love this. What kind of advice on life would I give to my younger self? What kind of advice on life would I give to my younger self? I'm going to get emotional. I'm a Pisces, but this is so clearly your inner child, Libras. So something is healing. I'm giving you a big, warm Pisces hug. But yeah, have a really amazing, emotional, transformative week, Libras.